What happens if you pour banana peel water into your rose bush? You might think it is just kitchen waste, but this liquid holds a secret power that can transform your blooms from dull to dazzling. But be warned, getting the recipe wrong can turn your prized bushes brown and brittle in a matter of days. Stay with me, because today we are uncovering the truth behind this garden myth. If you want to keep these old-world secrets alive and learn how to grow more with less, hit that subscribe button. We are building a community of growers who value plain knowledge over expensive store-bought fixes. Let's get to work. Now, before we talk about roses, we need to understand what is actually in that yellow skin you usually throw away. When you soak banana peels in water, you are not just making banana tea. You are creating a slow-release nutrient solution that is rich in specific minerals. The star of the show here is potassium. Bananas are famous for potassium, and when the peels steep, this mineral leaches out into the water. Potassium is not just a number on a fertilizer bag, it is the engine of plant health. It regulates the opening and closing of stomata, which are the tiny pores on leaves that allow the plant to breathe and take in carbon dioxide. Without enough potassium, your plant cannot manage its water usage efficiently, making it susceptible to drought stress even when the soil is moist. But it is not just about potassium. Banana peel water also contains moderate amounts of phosphorus and small traces of calcium and magnesium. Phosphorus is crucial for energy transfer within the plant. It helps move nutrients from the roots to the flowers and fruits. Calcium strengthens the cell walls, giving your plant structure and resistance against diseases. Magnesium is the central atom in chlorophyll, the green pigment that allows plants to capture sunlight. While the concentrations of these secondary nutrients are lower than potassium, they play a vital supporting role. It is important to note what is missing too. Banana peel water is very low in nitrogen. Nitrogen is the nutrient responsible for leafy green growth. If you rely solely on banana water, your plant might have strong stems and nice flowers, but it may lack the vibrant, lush foliage you expect. This is why understanding the composition is key. You are not getting a complete meal for your plant. You are getting a specialized supplement. The fermentation process, if you let the peels sit for a few days, can also introduce beneficial microbes. These tiny organisms help break down organic matter in the soil, making other nutrients more available to the roots. However, if you do not ferment it properly, you risk introducing harmful bacteria or attracting pests. The chemical makeup of this liquid is gentle, which is both its strength and its weakness. It will not burn your plants like synthetic fertilizers can, but it also does not provide an immediate, massive spike in nutrients. It is a steady, slow drip of nutrition that mimics the natural decay process found in a forest floor. Understanding this balance is the first step to using it correctly. Now let us look at the rose bush itself. Roses are often called the queens of the garden, but they are also demanding divas. They have very specific nutritional needs that must be met if you want those large, fragrant blooms. To thrive, a rose bush requires a balanced diet, but the ratio changes depending on its stage of growth. During the vegetative stage, when the plant is putting out new canes and leaves, it craves nitrogen. This is what builds the framework of the plant. However, as the plant moves into the budding and flowering stage, its demand shifts dramatically. This is where potassium becomes the most critical element. Potassium is directly linked to flower quality. It improves the size, color, and scent of the blooms. It also thickens the cell walls of the petals, making them last longer on the bush and resist wilting in the heat. If your roses are producing small pale flowers that drop off quickly, they are likely screaming for potassium. This is exactly where banana peel water shines. It provides that targeted boost right when the plant needs it most. Furthermore, roses are prone to fungal diseases like black spot and powdery mildew. A plant with strong cell walls, supported by adequate potassium and calcium, is much better equipped to fight off these invaders. The silica and other trace minerals in the peel water can also help harden the stems, making them less attractive to aphids and other soft-bodied insects. However, roses also need phosphorus for root development. Strong roots mean a stable plant that can access water and nutrients deep in the soil. While banana peels do contain phosphorus, it is not as abundant as the potassium. Therefore, while banana water supports root health, it should not be your only source of phosphorus, especially for young plants establishing their root systems. The connection here is clear. The high potassium content in banana peel water aligns perfectly with the rose's need for bloom enhancement and disease resistance. But because it lacks significant nitrogen, it must be used as part of a broader feeding strategy. You cannot feed a rose exclusively on banana water and expect it to flourish. It needs the leafy growth support of nitrogen, which you might get from composted manure or a balanced organic fertilizer. Think of banana water as the dessert or the special treat that brings out the best in the main course. It enhances what is already there. By matching the liquid's composition to the plant's specific seasonal needs, you create a synergy that promotes health without the risk of chemical overload. The benefits of using banana peel water are real, but they come with a serious warning. When used correctly, this liquid is a fantastic, cost-effective way to recycle kitchen waste into garden gold. It improves soil structure over time, adds organic matter, and provides a gentle, steady supply of potassium. It is safe for children and pets, unlike many synthetic fertilizers that can be toxic if ingested. It also encourages microbial life in the soil, creating a living ecosystem around your rose roots. Your roses will likely produce deeper colored flowers, and you may notice fewer issues with bud drop. The stems may feel firmer, and the overall vigor of the plant can improve. However, here is the danger zone. Many gardeners make the mistake of thinking, if a little is good, a lot is better. This is false. Pouring undiluted, concentrated banana water directly onto your roses can cause serious harm. First, if the water has been fermented for too long without proper aeration, it can become anaerobic. This means it smells like rotten eggs and contains harmful bacteria that can rot your roots. Second, even though it is organic, too much potassium can lock out other nutrients. If you overload the soil with potassium, the plant may struggle to absorb magnesium and calcium, leading to deficiencies that look like disease. You might see yellowing leaves or brittle tips, confusing you into thinking the plant is sick when it is actually suffering from nutrient imbalance. Another major risk is attraction of pests. Banana peels are sweet. If you leave solid pieces of peel on the surface of the soil, or if you pour sugary, unfermented water on top, you are inviting fruit flies, ants, and even rodents to your garden. These pests can damage the roots or spread disease. Furthermore, applying any liquid fertilizer during the hottest part of the day can cause leaf scorch if it splashes onto the foliage. The sun amplifies the effect, burning the delicate tissues. So, while the intent is good, the execution must be precise. Do not use moldy or blackened peels that have already started to decompose improperly. Use fresh, clean peels. And never, ever use this method on a plant that is already stressed from drought or extreme heat, as the additional biological activity in the soil can temporarily increase the plant's metabolic demand, pushing it over the edge. Respect the power of this simple ingredient, and it will serve you well. Misuse it, and you could set your rose bush back by weeks. To apply banana peel water correctly, follow these steps carefully. Precision is key to avoiding the risks we just discussed. Step 1. Preparation. Collect 3 to 4 ripe banana peels. Avoid green peels, as they have not developed the full nutrient profile. Cut the peels into small chunks, about 1 inch in size. This increases the surface area, allowing the nutrients to leach out faster. Place these chunks into a clean glass jar or a plastic container with a lid. Fill the container with 1 liter of room temperature water. Do not use hot water, as it can kill some of the beneficial enzymes, and do not use chlorinated tap water if possible, as chlorine can hinder the fermentation process. If you must use tap water, let it sit out for 24 hours to allow the chlorine to evaporate. Step 2. Steeping. Cover the container loosely. Do not seal it tight, as gases will build up during the initial breakdown. Let the mixture sit in a cool, dark place for 2 to 3 days. You will notice the water turning a light brown color. This is normal. If you live in a very hot climate, check it after 24 hours to ensure it does not start smelling foul. A slight sweet, earthy smell is good. A rotten egg smell means it has gone bad and you should discard it. Step 3. Straining. After 2 to 3 days, strain the liquid through a fine mesh sieve or cheesecloth. Remove all solid pieces of peel. Do not put the solids in the compost pile immediately if you have pest issues. Instead, bury them deep in the soil away from the main stem or dry them out completely first. The liquid is now your concentrate. Step 4. Dilution. This is the most critical step. Never use the concentrate directly. Mix 1 part banana water with 3 parts fresh water. For example, if you have 1 cup of concentrate, add 3 cups of fresh water. This creates a gentle solution that is safe for the roots. Step 5. Application. Water your rose bush at the base, near the drip line. The drip line is the area on the ground directly below the outermost branches. This is where the feeder roots are most active. Pour the diluted solution slowly, ensuring it soaks into the soil rather than running off. Aim for about 1 to 2 liters of this diluted mixture per mature rose bush. Avoid splashing the liquid on the leaves or flowers, as this can encourage fungal growth. Step 6. Cleanup. Rinse your watering can thoroughly after use to prevent any residue from building up and attracting ants. Store any leftover concentrate in the refrigerator for up to a week, but it is best to make fresh batches each time to ensure potency and safety. Timing is everything in gardening, and this rule applies strictly to banana peel water. There are specific times when you must avoid using this liquid. First, do not use it during the dormant season, which is typically late autumn and winter for most rose varieties. During dormancy, the plant is not actively growing, and its roots are not absorbing nutrients efficiently. Adding organic matter to cold, wet soil can lead to root rot because the microbes that break down the nutrients are inactive in the cold. The excess moisture and organic load will just sit there, potentially fostering disease. Second, avoid using banana water when your rose bush is under severe drought stress. If the soil is bone dry and the leaves are wilting, water the plant with plain water first. Wait until the plant has recovered its turgor pressure, meaning the leaves perk up, before applying any nutrient solution. Applying fertilizer to a stressed plant is like forcing a sick person to run a marathon. It adds stress rather than relief. Third, do not apply it during heavy rain. If a storm is forecast, wait until after the rain has passed. Heavy rain will wash away the nutrients before the plant has a chance to absorb them, wasting your effort and potentially polluting nearby water sources with excess phosphorus and potassium. The ideal time to use banana peel water is during the active growing and blooming season, specifically from late spring through summer. This is when the rose is pushing out new buds and flowers, and its demand for potassium is at its peak. Early morning is the best time of day to apply it. The soil is cool, and the plant is ready to uptake water and nutrients for the day ahead. Avoid evening application if you live in a humid area, as wet soil overnight can promote fungal issues. As for frequency, do not overdo it. Apply this diluted banana water once every 2 to 4 weeks during the blooming season. Roses are heavy feeders, but they prefer consistent, moderate feeding rather than occasional heavy doses. If you notice the leaves starting to turn yellow at the edges, you might be overdoing it, or you might have a magnesium deficiency caused by potassium imbalance. In that case, skip a feeding and water with plain water to flush the soil. Listen to your plant. If it is producing abundant, vibrant blooms, stick to the monthly schedule. If growth seems sluggish, ensure you are also providing enough nitrogen through other means, as banana water alone will not sustain vigorous leafy growth. So, when will you see results? Patience is a virtue in the garden. Do not expect your rose bush to explode with flowers overnight. Because banana peel water is a gentle, organic supplement, it works slowly. Typically, you will start to notice subtle changes within 2 to 3 weeks of consistent application. The first sign is often an improvement in the color of the existing blooms. They may appear deeper, richer, and more vibrant. The petals might feel slightly thicker and more resilient to touch. Over the course of a month, you may observe that new buds are forming more abundantly. The stems supporting these buds may feel sturdier. If you were previously experiencing issues with bud drop, where the buds turn brown and fall off before opening, you should see a reduction in this problem. The plant is simply healthier and better able to support its reproductive efforts. However, do not expect a miracle cure for a diseased plant. If your rose has black spot or rust, banana water will not cure it. It will only help prevent future issues by strengthening the plant's natural defenses. The visual changes will be gradual. Look for a general sense of vigor. The leaves should remain a healthy green, though remember that banana water does not provide nitrogen, so if the leaves are pale, you need to address that separately. The true reward comes in the longevity of the blooms. Flowers fed with adequate potassium tend to last a few days longer on the bush, giving you more time to enjoy their beauty and scent. It is a quiet improvement, not a loud explosion. It is the difference between a good rose bush and a great one. Keep your expectations realistic, and you will be pleased with the steady, reliable progress. Gardening is not just about planting seeds, it is about understanding the language of the earth. Today, we learned that something as simple as a banana peel can hold the key to healthier, more vibrant roses. But it requires respect, precision, and timing. We have moved beyond the myth and into the science of practical, cost-effective care. By using what we have, we reduce waste and nurture our gardens with intention. If you found value in this plain, honest advice, please consider subscribing. We are here to preserve these traditional methods and share them with the next generation of growers. Your support helps us keep this knowledge free and accessible. Leave a comment below and tell me, what state are you gardening in, and how old is your home? I love hearing from you. Next week we will explore a natural remedy for aphids that uses nothing but ingredients from your pantry. You will not want to miss it. Until then, keep your hands in the soil and your heart open to learning.